Hi, team. Thank you for your time today. I just wanted to bring you guys in here. We're going to do some team building activities. There's been some reports of like behavior issues and people not getting along here in the office. And we just want to make sure that everyone is getting along. We want it to be a pleasant work environment. So we're going to do some team building activity. Veronica, you have a question? Yeah, I have a question. Does this apply to everyone, or are there specific people who are causing these disruptions? Well, without calling anyone out, we have received a couple complaints about certain behaviors. And so we just wanted to make sure that we brought everyone in to ensure that everyone knows what the expectations are and to kind of come back together as a team. Okay, then I guess I'm just curious as to why instead of doing a team building activity with people who have nothing to do with the disruption or the issue, why aren't you just addressing those people? Like, we're adults. I don't understand why we got to sit through a get to know each other when we work together for the past 5 years. So I'm not sure why not just pull the people that are causing the issue into the office, address them and let them know what their behavior is expected to be moving forward instead of dragging everyone else into the issue. I'm so sorry. I guess I'm not understanding what you're asking. We just want to bring everyone together and do a team building activity so that, moving forward, we can all be in sync and work in harmony. So I am so sorry if I'm not understanding your question, Veronica. Let me clarify. So my question is, if someone is doing something wrong or something that they shouldn't be doing, and you're addressing everyone as a whole, how is that person going to know that it's their behavior that needs to change? Okay, if they're doing something wrong, they either, number one, don't know that they're doing it wrong, which that's less than likely, or number two, they don't care. So they're going to say, well, it's not me, it's probably you. And so they're not going to change their behavior because they were not addressed and they don't think it applies to them. So again, the course of action that should happen is you should address the person causing the issue instead of addressing everyone as a whole. I think you need to go directly to the source and let the rest of us go back to work. We really don't want any pushback on this. We really don't want to deal with difficulty right now. We just want to get everyone on the same page that we need the behavior to be acceptable across the board. I think that should suffice as an explanation. I'm not trying to be difficult. I'm trying to understand why you're not holding the person causing the issue accountable for their behavior. And every time I speak up, you want to say that I'm aggressive or whatever. You need to stop that. You need to stop that because I'm not being aggressive and I'm not being outspoken for no reason. I have valid reason. You're here calling everyone into a meeting, telling us that we got to sit here and get to know our coworkers like we don't already know each other because one or two people are doing things that they're not supposed to be doing. Hold them accountable and let the rest of us go about our day the way we've been doing, not causing issues. Hey, V, do you think that you can co-sign a loan for me? Co-sign? Why do you need a co-signer? Because the bank won't approve me on my own. And why won't they approve you on your own? My credit's not so good. It's pretty bad. Do you not see where I'm going with this? No, what do you mean? You have bad credit, which I'm not judging you on because I understand that the economy that we're in puts a lot of people in a tough position. But you stopped paying on your own credit cards and your own loans, and you want me to co-sign, which makes me equally responsible as you. So you weren't able to pay your own things, but I'm supposed to expect you to pay something more that you can't afford on your own. They're not approving you because you cannot afford it on your own and because your history of payment is negative. So why would you put someone in a position to take that risk with you? You could have just said no. I could have just said no. But you know what? Sometimes people who ask for a cosigner need to be schooled in what it means for someone to cosign. When you ask someone to co-sign, you're asking them to take full financial responsibility for whatever it is that you're asking them to co-sign on. And it's not fair. And a lot of people do it just because it's an awkward position to be in. They don't want to say no. They don't want to seem like the bad guy. And now they're responsible for something that you cannot afford. Because if the bank is not giving it to you, that means you cannot afford it based on your payment history and your current income. So I'm sorry if you feel judged or if I'm being a little harsh, but don't ask people to co-sign for you. If you cannot afford it on your own, do not ask for a cosigner. Lower your expectations or find a way to increase your income, but Putting someone in that position is irresponsible. And honestly, it's kind of rude. Thank you for calling customer service. This is Veronica. How can I help you? Oh, I can already tell you're one of the ones that's going to give me an issue. Listen, I do not need any problems. I just need you to give me what I need, which is a refund on my purchase. That's it. Hold on. Why? Hello? Are you there? Nah. What year do you think we're in? What do you mean, what year do you think we're in? Why is that relevant to what I'm asking? Why? Because I don't know what year you think you're in, but in my 2025, this is not how you speak with service representatives. It's just not. I don't know what year you brought that behavior from, but here in this 2025, this is not how we're acting. Oh, you're great. Get me to someone else. No, I'm not transferring you to someone else. For what reason? What would be the reason to transfer you to someone else? You're not going to be able to yell at them in 2025 either. All the money that I spent in... Anyway, how you're treating? Did it really snow in Pensacola? This is what customer service has become these days. Oh God, yes. This is ridiculous. Yes, it's upper for this is ridiculous. I can't. What? Did you hear about the level 5 disconnect? What is that? I'm going to show you. Level 5 detected. Have a good day. Yes, and as I stated, I'm unable to give you any further exceptions. I'd like to speak to a supervisor, please. Sure. Let me go ahead and get you over to a supervisor. One moment. Escalations, this is Jessica. Hey, Jessica, Veronica, I have a customer. I can give you their account number. They would like to be transferred over to a supervisor because I'm not able to give them any more exceptions. Can I go ahead and transfer the call once I provide the information? Just let them know that I'm going to tell them the same thing that you told them, so there's really no point. I told them that already. Just tell them you confirmed with me. Okay. Let me know. Hold on one second. Thank you for your patience. The supervisor said that they would not be able to give you any more exceptions. This is terrible service. Is there any way that I can get like a one-time exception? I really want to speak to a supervisor. One moment. Jessica? Yes, I'm here. Yeah, so the customer is asking if there's any way that they can get a one-time courtesy, which I already explained that we've already given them a couple courtesies, but they still want to speak with you. Can I go ahead and transfer them over? Just tell them I'm looking at their account, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to give them an exception. Okay, one moment. Thank you so much for your patience once again. The supervisor said they're going to go ahead and take a look at your account, but that there's no guarantee. I want to speak to the supervisor. I understand you want to speak with her. One moment. Jessica, the customer really wants to speak with you. Can I go ahead and transfer her over? Just go back. And I wouldn't be able to give you any further exceptions. Exactly. You've already had a couple on your account. We've done a couple one-time courtesies more than once. And so at this point, there's nothing more I can do for your account. There's always something more that can be done. I want to speak with a supervisor. Sure. Let me get you over to my supervisor. One moment. Escalations, this is Jessica. Hi, Jessica. I have account number 11526. The customer's asking for another exception. I've already explained that we've done a one-time courtesy more than once, and they're not taking no for an answer. Can you please let me know when you're ready to accept the call? Can you let the customer know that I'm just going to do what you told them? The customer no longer wants to speak with me. They want to speak directly with the supervisor. I've done all I can, so I'd like to go ahead and transfer you. Just let me know whenever you're ready. I'll give you a moment to pull up the account. Okay, I pulled the account up. Go ahead and transfer. Okay, let me go ahead and transfer. 1 second. Thank you for holding. I have my supervisor, Jessica, on the line. I'll transfer you right now. Thank you for calling. 1 moment. Well, Veronica, thank you so much for coming in. I am so excited to interview you for this position. You come highly recommended. Well, that's great. I love to hear that I'm highly recommended, and I'm honored to be here for this interview. I've already sort of gone over your resume, and you're everything we've been looking for. You are, excellent written and verbal communication skills, bilingual, results-driven, team-oriented, analytical. You have your degree in business. It's everything that we are looking for in this position. That's why I applied, because I've worked really hard to hone in on all these skills, and I feel that I can be a great asset to your team. There's just one thing we need to discuss. Under salary, you listed that you would settle for no less than $95K. That's a little over what we're willing to pay for this position. You know what? That's okay. It is okay? Okay. That was easier than I got. But what do you mean though? What do you mean it's okay? Like, do you accept the job? I'm willing to negotiate, so let me know which qualifications you want me to exclude from my resume, and then we'll start over, and then you can let me know what you're willing to pay me for the qualifications that remain. Oh, no, we as a company want you to bring all of these qualifications to the table. I don't want to exclude any of them. I mean, you have a list of very, very admirable qualities. I would like for you to bring all of them to the table. And I get that. And I completely respect your position. I'm bringing a lot of experience and I'm going to bring skills and qualifications that you have been looking for. And that is what I feel that I'm worth. If you don't feel that I'm worth the 95,000, that's perfectly fine. But then I won't bring all of my skills and qualifications. I'm going to have to take this back to the team. But I guess we'll be in contact with you. Take it back to the team. Do what you got to do. I'm going to give you about 48 hours to get back to me. I know my worth. I know what I'm bringing to the table, and that's how much I'm requiring for my services. So you let me know if you want to continue doing business. If not, there's other companies out there that are willing to pay me what I'm worth. So all countries have come together and we decided on an across-the-board salary increase. This is perfect. I find this is a win. Now let's talk about inflation. So where do we start? Wait, no, yep. Wait, go ahead. Wait a minute, hold on. So I'm confused. The point of making an around the world, across the board salary increase was so that we could close the gap between salaries and inflation. If we inflate again, then the gap opens again. Wasn't that the point of this meeting? I understand what you're saying, but if we put salaries up, then we have to. No, I understand what you're saying. What I'm saying is that inflation has been going up without salaries going up. So we're kind of playing catch up with salaries going up. So we don't have to inflate anything right now because inflation has already been happening. So there's no need to put things up again because salaries haven't gone up at the same rate as inflation. Salaries have gone up by like 0.5%, whereas inflation has gone up by like 400%. Does that make sense, or I'm not making? Okay. So what I'm understanding is that you don't think that we should put salaries up at all. Is that what I'm saying at all? Actually, then I'm confused. And that there is the understatement of the year. Hi, Veronica. Do you have a second? Yeah. I didn't really understand your email from yesterday. You just sent me an email with an attachment to the job description for your position. Oh yeah, I did send you that email. So in the meeting yesterday, you raised your voice at me and I wanted to send you my job description so that you could highlight where on the job description it said that part of my job was allowing you to raise your voice at me. Oh, I guess it was just in the heat of the moment. It was just a very tense meeting. And I get that. But that should be the absolute last time that you ever raise your voice at me, especially in a meeting full of people. Don't do it one-on-one either, but really don't do it when we're in front of people. If there's something that you need to say, if you need to address me about something, that's okay. Let's have a conversation like adults, but don't ever raise your voice at me again. I apologize. I'm very sorry for my behavior. I hope you can accept my apology. Your apology is accepted. I'm mature enough to accept your apology as long as it doesn't happen again.